So where does NVIDIA go next week? I think it's setting up for a rally towards 200 by year's end, if not the 220 mark. This will, if you're in NVIDIA, you'll have made a lot of money between today or yesterday's close and December 31st, 2025. But right now, what I'm seeing is a lot of this volatility is suppressed. NVIDIA is still in a more of a negative gamma market. Market makers are in more negative gamma. NVIDIA, which sort of suppresses or increases the potential downside, but there's sort of this floor that NVIDIA has created at this point. Now, when I look at the SPX, it's positive gamma still, but yesterday was September option expiration, and that is a triple witching day, which happens in March, June, September, and December. So typically you see volatility the week after, because volatility becomes unpinned, starts to move higher, and makes volatility within the SPX and the underlying stocks as well. So next week could be a volatile week, but create some great buying opportunities as we roll into the fourth quarter. And remember, this is where all the money managers make a run for the hills and all-time highs, and this is where they prove and often keep the money they manage, because it's detrimental if they have a bad quarter and a bad year. You see redemptions overall. But when I look at the systematic fund allocations, you're about 78-80% right now. Take into account a lot of these funds keep 10% of their capital in cash because of redemptions and that kind of thing. That limits the amount of available cash to put to work, and that money is sort of stored up and gives that fourth quarter push higher to increase returns so they can keep the money for next year and reduces redemptions. So keep that in account. But I do think S&P 7,000 by year's end. After that, credit issues, I think there's a credit market breakdown at some point. We saw that with Tricolor last week filing bankruptcy. Sprint Airlines is filing bankruptcy for the second time at home. Handful of others. I think there's like 257 filed bankruptcies year to date. I believe first quarter, second quarter of next year, that's going to increase. So be careful there. But between now and end of year, we could see another 5% move on the S&P 500 and sizable move for the NVIDIAs and the Mag 7. So subscribe, take some time to learn how to read this market. That's what we teach at Best of U.S. Investors. But always, this is your weekend. Take a deep breath and enjoy what God has given us, or whoever you believe in has given us, and always live loud. See ya.